I'm here, delighted to be here with Bishop Michael, talking about something that I know is incredibly close to both our hearts. We've been reviewing our work, and I know that you've been very involved in that, which we're really grateful for. But we are delighted to be relaunching with a new name. We were enabling churches, and now we are enabling all. Why do you think the difference needed to be stated?
For me, it underlines the point that we do belong to one another in all our differences, and actually that is our strength. And we can all learn from one another. All of us experience limitation and frailty in our bodies and in our lives at different times, and surely we learn from one another and help to enable and enrich one another.
We decided to create something new to kind of reset our journey with the new name. And we've put together something called the Enabling All Awards, which sounds very fancy, but what it is, it's a way for churches and individuals to join a network in order to be able to share what works for you in your place, what doesn't work, what resources have you found helpful. And we are really, really excited about being able to encourage people to start a journey, because small things are actually where quite a lot of change can happen. When people sign up for the Enabling All Awards, they will be given some free training. They'll be kept in touch with regularly, as well as being part of that journey. I know that you're going to be personally signing the certificates.
I've been reflecting a bit on what I can do in terms of small steps, because I think a lot of this, as you say, is not just about structural adaptation. It's about how we express ourselves and how we see one another. For example, I have learnt and regularly now, and I say, if you're able, I invite you to stand rather than stand now. What's that? You've taught me a lot about celebrating the Eucharist from a position sometimes of vulnerability or pain. In the kind of version of Anglicanism that I grew up in, for example, genuflecting is really important. I haven't completely stopped doing that, but when the louder the reports from my knees when I go down on one of the harder it is to get up again. I'm increasingly turning to the profound bow, And I think all of us are adapting all the time. I'm thinking, this is great, actually. I mean, this is who I am now. This is what I've learnt from others. And when I feel, as I do sometimes, completely tired or very conscious of my frailty and limitations, I probably need to be more honest about that, because I think that encourages other people to share where they're coming from. Not all disabilities, of course, are visible. We know that.
No.
But to have a culture of openness about where disability is present and people are managing it and living with it and learning from that, and also where visible disability, I think to be clear about where that's present too, because we are a very diverse people.